Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Luann de Lesseps slams RHOC star Alexis Bellino. Former Real Housewives of New York star Luann de Lesseps may not have met Alexis Bellino, but that isn't stopping the Countess from throwing a little shade her way. During a sit-down with Virtual Reality, Luann weighed in on the Shannon Beater/John Janssen/Alexis drama currently unfolding during Season 18 of The Real Housewives of Orange County. For those not in the know, Shannon and John broke up days after she was arrested for DUI after leaving his home. He quickly rebounded with Alexis, just as she was brought back to the show as a friend. Alexis started causing drama before claiming she and Johnny J had video footage from the night of the accident that could ruin Shannon's life. They threatened to release the video if Shannon did not repay a $75,000 loan. Shannon eventually paid, but fans had already taken Archie's mom's side in the whole debacle. Luann at first leaned in on John for moving on with Shannon's co-star. "That's gotta hurt, right?" reasoned Luann. "And I mean, this guy. What kind of guy does that? On the same TV show? I mean, really? I would hate it. I would really have a tough time with it." She alluded that Alexis could not be trusted when asked if the two had ever met. "Nope, not at all, but I'm not gonna bring my boyfriend around her." Countess Luann is preparing to return to the Bravosphere with a new dating show featuring other single fan-favorite housewives. Alongside Shannon, Real Housewives of Potomac housewives Gizelle Bryant and Ashley Darby will star in the tentatively titled Love Hotel, which is expected to premiere on Peacock in 2025. While admitting that she doesn't know much about the show or her co-stars, she is excited about the opportunity. "I don't know Ashley or Gizelle that well. I've seen them at BravoCon and things like that," explained Luann. "I'm super excited about this, and it's just the four of us, and I don't know how many guys they're bringing around, no idea," said Luann. Luann is currently starring on RHOC My Legacy on Sunday nights on Bravo. Fans can catch all the drama between Shannon, Alexis, and John when new episodes of RHOC air on Thursday nights also on Bravo. Tell us, would you trust your man around Alexis? Will you be tuning in to watch Luann and Shannon shoot their shot at finding love again? Sound off in the comments below. Luann de Lesseps, the indomitable countess from The Real Housewives of New York City, RHONY, is no stranger to drama. Over the years, her sharp wit and regal demeanor have allowed her to navigate the often tempestuous waters of reality TV with grace, at least most of the time. But when Alexis Bellino, a former cast member of The Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC, crossed paths with Luann, it was clear that two very different worlds of the franchise had collided, and Luann, never one to back down from a challenge, had plenty to say. It all started with a seemingly innocuous interview. Alexis Bellino, who left RHOC years ago, was asked her opinion on the different Housewives franchises during a podcast appearance. In typical Alexis fashion, she gushed about the glitz, the glamour, and the roller coaster of emotions that are synonymous with the series. However, when the conversation turned to The Real Housewives of New York City and its iconic cast members, Alexis didn't hold back. "I just feel like the New York ladies, especially Luann, they're stuck in the past," Alexis remarked. "It's all about being classy, but that's not what people tune in for anymore. They want authenticity. They want to see the real struggles, not this constant act." Luann, who has spent over a decade building her brand around her aristocratic title and class with a little sass persona, was not amused. As soon as the interview made its rounds on social media, the Countess caught wind of Alexis's remarks, and in true Luann style, she was quick to respond. During an appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Luann addressed the controversy head-on. First of all, who is Alexis Bellino to talk about authenticity? Luann said with a smirk, her perfectly arched brow conveying a mix of amusement and irritation. This is coming from a woman whose entire storyline revolved around being a Christian housewife, only to later divorce her husband and completely change her image. Give me a break. The shade was real, and Luann wasn't done yet. Alexis can say what she wants about me being stuck in the past, but let's not forget, darling, I've been in this game a lot longer than she ever was, Luann continued, her voice dripping with condescension. I've been through the ups and downs, public divorces, arrests, rehab, yet here I am, still standing strong. That's authenticity. It's not about flaunting your new lifestyle or pretending you're holier than thou. It's about owning your mistakes, evolving, and moving forward. Luann's words were a direct hit at Alexis's journey post-RHOC. After leaving the show, Alexis underwent a major life transformation. She divorced her husband, Jim Bellino, who had been a prominent part of her storyline, and later embraced a freer, more glamorous lifestyle that many fans saw as a departure from her previous persona. While Alexis maintained that she had found herself and was living her truth, Luann clearly wasn't buying it. The feud escalated when Alexis took to Instagram to defend herself. In a lengthy post, she wrote, "I have nothing but respect for the other housewives, but it's important to call out the fakery when you see it. Just because someone's been on TV for a long time doesn't make them the authority on being real. I'm proud of my journey, and I stand by everything I said." She added a subtle dig at Luann's past legal troubles. And as for owning your mistakes, let's just say some of us don't need a judge to tell us how to do that. Luann, of course, wasn't about to let that slide. In an Instagram story of her own, she posted a glamorous photo of herself on stage during one of her cabaret performances, captioned, "Some people throw shade when they can't throw a successful show. #Countess and friends." The ongoing war of words quickly became a hot topic among fans of both franchises. While Luann had a loyal following who appreciated her resilience and her ability to bounce back from her mistakes, Alexis had supporters who admired her for speaking her truth and shedding the traditional values that had once defined her. Still, it was clear that the feud wasn't just about authenticity. It was about two women from very different franchises with very different approaches to life and fame. Luann, the Countess, who prided herself on maintaining an air of sophistication, even through her darkest moments, and Alexis, the once conservative housewife who had rebranded herself as a modern woman living her best life. Andy Cohen, ever the master of Housewives diplomacy, later weighed in on the drama. During his radio show, Radio Andy, he said, "I love both Luann and Alexis, but they're from two totally different worlds. Luann has this old-school elegance about her, and Alexis is more in tune with today's social media-driven reality. It's fascinating to see how these two personalities clash, and it makes for great TV, even when they're not on the same show." While some fans speculated that the feud could be a setup for a future Real Housewives crossover, others believed that the tension between Luann and Alexis was genuine. After all, both women were known for speaking their minds and holding grudges when they felt slighted. But for Luann, the situation was simple. "At the end of the day, I'm the Countess. I don't need to prove myself to anyone, least of all Alexis Bellino." With that, she delivered her final blow, leaving fans eagerly waiting to see if Alexis would fire back once more. Whether this feud will simmer down or escalate into full-blown Housewives chaos remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Luann de Lesseps has no intention of stepping down from her throne anytime soon. After all, in the world of Housewives, class and sass always reign supreme.